Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amanda and I am the owner of a small crochet business called The Confident Florist. And today I've decided we are going to be trying some new patterns. These aren't necessarily new patterns, but they're new patterns to me. So I've gone and bought a whole bunch of patterns, even though I said I wasn't going to buy any patterns until I've used all the patterns that I've already purchased, because I have so many of them that I just haven't used. But anyway, I have a few things coming up that I really wanted to have, I guess, the appropriate patterns for. And I saw some really cute Ghibli style patterns that I didn't own, and I have been looking at them for a while. So the ones that I've recently bought and we're going to make this week are and I'll put them on screen. It's the calcifer pattern, and I've also got the mini Totoro, like the chibi Totoro pattern, and I've also bought a couple of the Evolution snugglers. So I'm just having a look at my phone to see exactly what they're called. Okay, so I bought a new snuggler. This pattern is by Pebble Crochets. I also got the Leafeon snuggler. It's so cute. It'll be on screen as well. Also by Pebble Crochet. Actually, these are all from Pebble Crochet. So there's the Leafeon, there is the Vaporeon, the Espeon, Mew, and Umbreon. So they are all of the Pokemon snugglers that I bought. I have also some of the Evolution snugglers, I think by Red Mills Crochet, and I actually haven't made those yet, but I am going to add them to the to-do list because I now have the other ones to go with it. So I'm hoping to make them this week. I know it's a bit of a stretch because that's a lot of things to make, but I do want to make some new things at least. So I'm hoping to kind of spice up my table a bit with my upcoming markets and have some variety. So I do have my usual stuff that I always make, but I also want to introduce these things into my table as well, just to see how they go. And also because I've been getting bored of crocheting the same thing over and over again, so we are spicing it up. So let's get into crocheting. Okay, so I thought I would give a little update. This is a calcifer that I'm currently working on. I believe it's from Woolly Amigurumi, the pattern, but I'll put it on screen anyway. But this is it's a really cute pattern, and it's pretty quick to make as well. It's just like two sides joined together, and the pattern actually comes with like a log pattern to sit him on as well, which I haven't done, but I've done his little feet, which I haven't connected yet, but it's basically like that. And then he sits on a log, so it's a really cute pattern. So I did say I was going to make a few. I want to try making some with fluffy yarn as well. I just don't know if I have the right color fluffy yarn, but yeah, it is a very simple pattern. So if you're looking at a nice calcifer pattern, and it's a pretty decent size too, and obviously once the logs are on, it'll be a bit bigger. But the colors that I've used, just in case you're interested, this is Premier Parfait Chunky in Sunshine. This I can't remember. I don't think it's Orchid. I'll have to double check. I think Orchid's purple, so I'll check what this one is. This might be like a fuchsia. And this is this is coming up like the wrong color on camera, but this is like a pretty similar yellow to Sunshine, like more of an orangey yellow, but it's like the perfect fire kind of color. And it's from the new range, so it's one of the new Premier Parfait Chunky colors, I believe. But yeah, it's a really pretty yellow. I don't know why it's coming up. I don't know, it's coming up kind of wrong on camera, but this is it so far, and I'm going to try and make a few more just with this color combo. I'm also going to do red, but I just kind of like the way the pink looks a bit softer, but I might try some in red if I run out of this color, because I don't think I've got any more of this. And then I want to see if I can do it in fluffy yarn, or just at least do the outside in fluffy yarn if I can find some. But I'm going to go to Spotlight in a second to get some stuffing. So if I can see any like fluffy yarn there, I'll grab some. Chances are I probably won't at Spotlight. But I will check back in soon when I finish this guy. So just quickly, we're on our way to Spotlight. I need to get some more stuffing, and it's the last day of their 30% off sale. So instead of being like $27, it's whatever 30% off. That is $17, or I don't know. I can't maths. But I try and do all of my bigger shopping at Spotlight when there's a sale on, so the stuffing is the most expensive thing I buy usually. And there is also a new yarn that I've noticed online called a Polar Chenille. Apparently it's like a velvet yarn, so I want to check that out as well, because I haven't seen that there before, and I want to see if that's like what the weight of that is and how it is, and if there's anything kind of fluffy, I want to see if I can grab that for the calcifers. But yeah, I really want to check out this Polar Chenille and see what it's like. Maybe I'll do like a quick review or grab like 1 or 2 balls and just see how it is if you're interested. But anyway, let's go to Spotlight. Okay, so we are back. I just came back from Spotlight and I have a little bit of a Spotlight yarn for you. So first of all, we have 1 kilo of stuffing. This is the stuffing I use. It's the Hobby Feel, and it's really soft. I love this one. It's massive, like it's half the size of me, but it's really, really great. So if you are a Spotlight person, this is really good. There is another type of stuffing there, but I've never used it. Don't know what it feels like, and it's more expensive. This I get when it's 30% off, which the last day of the 30% off sale is today. They do this sale all the time though, so it doesn't matter. So I can show you my receipt. So it cost me $18.90, and I think it's usually $27 full price, I think. I could be wrong. I'll put it on screen if I'm wrong, but that's how much it is when there's 30% off sale. I also bought a bunch of yarn, like I said I was going to. I was a little bit naughty. I did say that I was going to get yarn, but I bought a little bit more. But because I already said that I was going to get yarn, I haven't necessarily deviated from the plan. I did buy yarn, I just bought maybe too much. So I have my little goodie bag here, and the thing that I really wanted to see was the Polar Chenille. Now I found it. It's 100 grams, so here it is here. It doesn't feel like 100 grams, which is kind of strange. It's only 63 meters in the ball. Now this is called chenille, but just feels like a velvet. And I did notice some of the comments on the Spotlight website that also mentioned, like from people who just purchased and made a review, they also mentioned this was very clearly velvet. And I agree. It definitely has a velvet feel about it. It's probably not as velvety as the Retro Velvet from Premier, which is the one that I also like to use, but it is very much velvety. And you can tell just by the color, the way the light's hitting it, how it's giving that sheen. It's velvet. So I have bought the Polar Chenille in, where's the color? Forest, which is this. It's a really nice green. I also bought it in the color Fuchsia. Again, really nice colors. And I also got it in this color, which is purple. That's what they've called it. This actually looks just like, I think it's orchid or eggplant in the Premier Parfait Chunky. So very similar color. So they're the 3 that I got. I can't necessarily do a project with these 3, so I'll do individual projects and like sort of let you know how it feels and how it works out. But I also, oh actually I lied, I got one more. So I also got, why can I never find where it is? Oh, Aqua. So the reason I got this one is because I do make daisy turtles in a velvet yarn, in the retro velvet yarn, and I'm pretty sure I'm completely out of this color. It looks the exact same. So I thought I'll buy some because it's on sale, and I'll see, because I do get orders every now and then for the daisy turtles, and I will need this. So I thought I'll get some because I'm actually going to use this. Well, I know what I'm going to use it for, unlike the other ones that are just like spontaneous. Maybe I'll use them. I mean, I will definitely use them, but I don't have a project in mind. Okay, and lastly, I think before I left, I made like a small clip saying that I wanted to see if I could get some kind of fuzzy yarn to go with the calcifers that I was making. So I bought this yarn before. This is not the first time that I'm buying this yarn, but I don't believe I have it in these 3 colors. So this is the Baby Bella Baby Chenille yarn. And this is the color. This is like a really nice bright color, similar, I guess it's a lot more brighter than Sunshine by Premier Parfait, but this is color Maize. This is the color Raspberry, which is strange because it's the exact same as the Fuchsia that I bought in the other yarn. And this is, okay, this is yellow, but it's actually a very cream yellow. So these are the 3 that I got from the Baby Bella yarn range. And I'm going to be able to make a calcifer with this. So obviously the yellow on the inside, the brighter yellow on the outside, and then the pink. So they didn't have an orange, so I kind of just using this as the yellow, this is the orange, and this is like the pinky red to go on top as like the fire on the outside. So I thought this could be good because it's a very thin yarn. This could be really good for making like keychains. Ooh. Making like keychains, of the calcifers. So I'm going to see how they work up. I won't make them with the logs, it'll just be like the body and like the little legs. And if you're wondering, if you're also a Spotlight shopper, the cost of those individual, like the little Baby Bella ones, they were $2.62 a skein, and that is, am I saying that right? 50 grams. So $2.62, which is pretty good. And the other, the Polar Chenille, which is like the velvety one, that's $5.60, and that's on sale. So these are 30% off everything, I believe. So that's on sale. I probably wouldn't pay full price for the velvet yarn though, the velvet chenille yarn, because it doesn't seem like there's a lot compared to a regular 100-gram ball. And the retro velvet, I believe I pay $15, but it's like 300 grams. Yeah, which seems the same, but there's so much more in the retro velvet. Like, it's insane amount of yarn compared to that. Maybe that's much thicker, I don't know, I'll have to see. So that's my haul. I'm going to try and make some mini calcifers and we'll see what they turn out like. Hopefully, I know this yarn is a little bit of a pain to use because it's like kind of fuzzy-ish, kind of hard to see the stitches, but we're going to give it a go. I'm going to make some small calcifers and then I will show you what they look like. Okay, so quick update, guys. We are working our way through these patterns, which is really nice. So the next one I have done is this little chibi Totoro. So here it is. It actually, the pattern does come with a little leaf, which I will add on. But I just wanted to see how quickly the actual pattern itself worked up, and it was really fast. So as you can see, like the only thing I sewed on was just a tail. Everything else was like, oh, and one of the ears was obviously worked. It was like crocheted separately, but then worked around when you do the first ear and then connect the second ear. So a very, very simple pattern to make. The leaf also looks really simple to make, so I will make that shortly and then add it on. I do want to make a whole bunch of them just because, I mean, how can I not? So I'm going to make a bunch of these with the leaves, and then I'm going to move on to the Muse Snuggler, just because I have some pink yarn that I've been wanting to use. I have a bunch of pink yarn actually, and I'm wanting to get used. I'm wanting to use it all up. I do have, I do really want to try and use up all of my yarn that I have. I've ordered way too much of it, thinking that I would use it for Supernova. I didn't, and I don't have anywhere to store it, so I just need to use it up. So the plan is to make a few more of these tonight and then move on to the Mew. I don't know how long it would take. It is a bit of a bigger project. I guess it's more of like a large size Pokemon plushie, so I am curious to see how long it will take. There isn't too much sewing by looks of it, maybe like 4 things to sew on, I suppose. So I'll get started on that shortly and then I will update you and we'll see how long it took and also what it looks like. So let's get prepping. Quick update, we have just finished the Mew Snuggler and it is so adorable. It's got like this really long tail. Oh my gosh, it's just literally the cutest little thing ever. So it took me a little while because I was kind of a bit preoccupied with other things at the same time, so not concentrating on what I was doing. But how cute is this? So I'll probably make another one like as a shiny, so like a blue color. And yeah, what do you guys think? So cute. Hi guys, so final check-in. It is now Sunday and I have done a couple more things last night and this will pretty much end my vlog. This is pretty much the end of the weekly prep now. So these are the last things I have made, and of course it is the chickens, which I did say that I was going to make. So these are the 4 chickens. I'm hoping to get 10 done, which will then give me a good amount for this upcoming market. That I will do some maybe in a grey or a brown color just to mix it up because I now have 4 white. But that is pretty much all I can do this week. Okay guys, so that is it for another Crochet Market Prep vlog. Let me know what your favorite pattern was from this video and if you've made them before or if you have any suggestions for any more patterns. I really do obviously love Pokemon, Studio Ghibli, that kind of vibe. So if you do have any recommendations, free or paid, I would love to know. I am definitely not afraid of purchasing patterns. I have so many of them, but I also love a free pattern too. So if you have some good ones, please put them in the comments for everyone else to have a look at as well. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.